Hi, my name is Yvon Parizeau. I am your personal career advisor. This video is about how to succeed in an interview with the Canadian federal government. If you have been trying, but you are failing at the interview and you don't know why, then this video is for you. This video is part of a series of videos on how to succeed in the Canadian federal government. The agenda. In this video, we will see the interview, the references, and the offer. The interview. Now let's assume that you have done an excellent job at the written exam and that you are invited to the interview. As you will see in this part of the video, it takes time to prepare for the interview. If you have tried the interview process a number of times and you have not succeeded, or if this is your first time, then this part of the video is for you. There are 6 steps in the process for preparing for an interview. Step 1. Before the interview, you need to consult your peers, your manager, and your career advisor to get help preparing for this interview. Show them the poster and ask them for their help in identifying potential questions and answers on the specific items listed in the poster. In the government, they can only ask questions on items listed in the poster. Actually, they must evaluate you on all the items in the poster. The mandatory items were evaluated in the letter and resume, and the knowledge and skills are evaluated in the exam. At the interview, they can base their questions on both the items in the mandatories as well as the knowledge and skills. They will also want to test your soft skills. Step 2. Think of scenarios from your experience that you could use to answer some of the questions. You may want to review your resume to refresh your memory. You want to have a scenario for things like an example of experience where you were showing leadership, a project where you were successful, a time where you had to deal with a difficult client, employee, or peer, or a project that was not successful. Step 3. Prepare a list of questions you can expect, such as, give me an example where you had to deal with an ethical issue. Or another question, you get a call on Friday night and there is a major issue with something you are responsible for. The client needs this fixed immediately as he or she has employees working on the weekend. What do you do? Another example, what are your strengths and weaknesses? Another question, give me an example where you demonstrated leadership. Step 4. The day before the interview. Review the poster to make sure you understand what they're looking for. Review your resume. Review the material you prepared for the interview and prepare to answer the questions in your head or out loud in front of someone or in front of a mirror. Since there might have been some time lapse between the written exam and the interview, you may need to review the material you prepared for the written exam. Step 5. The day of the interview. Review your material quickly to refresh your memory. Arrive on time. Dress appropriately. This varies depending on the type of job you are applying for. Advise the person at the front desk that you are there for the interview. If you are waiting for your turn and there are other candidates in the room, engage in a discussion politely. Listen for hints and tips they may have, but you don't give away any information you have. At the interview, step 6. Shake hands with all the interviewers. Ask for their names and who they represent. Human resources, the hiring manager, or future peers. Relax. Take the time to breathe. Place your hands together on the table and sit down with your 2 feet on the ground to ground yourself. If they give you a pen and paper, leave them on the desk as you don't want to play with them, showing nervousness. When they ask a question, take the time to think before you answer. Use the elevator speech method to organize your thoughts. The references, you need to coach them. Give them a call and ask them for the permission to put their names as reference. Tell them you need a good reference as you really want this job. Provide them with your resume and the job poster and remind them of the work you used to do for them. Don't forget to call them after the process is completed to say thank you and ask them how it went. The offer. Negotiate the start date. You may need to give your current employer a notice period, typically 2 weeks, but it can be longer to transfer your knowledge. If this is your first job in the Canadian federal government, ask them what is the benefit package. The salary, the only time you can negotiate your salary in the Canadian federal government is when you are first hired. The other aspect is the paid leaves and the pension plan. There is a lot of material on the benefits of the Canadian federal government. This will be the subject of another video. The entire process of applying for a job and preparing for an interview in the Canadian federal government is a lot of work for both the applicant and the employer. Take it seriously and manage your time well. Good luck on your next interview. Let me know if you need personal assistance and let me know how it went. You can contact me at yourpersonalcareeradvisor@gmail.com. Thank you for listening to this video to the end. I hope it will help you in your career. This video is part of a series of videos on how to succeed in the Canadian federal government. So don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also, click the thumbs up if this was useful. Don't hesitate to contact me at yourpersonalcareeradvisor@gmail.com. For more information on this topic, you can also go to my website at yvonparizeau.podia.com.